Welcome to the first KOBO tutorial in EPHD 314. In the first video, we're gonna discuss how to create an account, how to create basic surveys on the web application, and then how to deploy and use the link to fill in the survey, and eventually how to collect data from surveys that are already submitted. How to create an account. So first thing first, you need to create an account. So you're gonna log on to www.kobotoolbox.org and you're gonna scroll down and pick. You have two types of account. You're gonna pick the one that is good for researchers, aid workers, or everyone else. So we're gonna use this one, create an account. And you will be directed to this page where you pick a username, you use your email, a password, and that's it. You create an account. So do that before you start any application. How to create basic surveys on the web application. As soon as you log in to your account, you will see the following page. Okay, now we're gonna learn how we can create an actual survey. So the first thing we do is we click on new and we click build from scratch. The project, let me call it trial one, anything you want. Description, I always like to write the description to remind myself why I did that. For example, you can write my first trial into some functions, okay? Yes, let me show you. So create project, please wait. All right, as you can see, you can simply add a question. But before adding the question, let me show you some functions. So many functions that would be interesting to you, and I'm gonna show you an actual survey where you would use most of these. This is where the question would ask you to select one of the options. This is to select many options. This is where the answer is simply a text. This is where the answer is a number or an integer. This is where the answer is a decimal, date, time, date and time. The point is actually for, it could be a location that you can insert, photo, audio, video, but you would basically use the first ones. Ranking and rating are interesting as well. Question matrix are interesting as well. Range is very nice as well. So I'm gonna give you now a survey to try that is very basic, and I'm gonna use some of those functions, but please feel free to try them all and to experiment into many of the options given to you. So I will be using this very basic survey for my first trial. As you can see, it's made of two sections, one section for the basic information and another section for health. I picked three questions: full name, age, gender, and this one, weight in kilograms, activities you perform weekly. And you see that these questions are basically a bit different. For full name, I expect the person filling in the survey to write a text. For age, I can give them the choice of integer or decimal. Integer would be all right, so, and they cannot insert any decimal if I pick the function integer. For gender, I'm gonna pick the function select one, which means they cannot select many. For weight, I'm gonna give them the option of using the decimal, so pick the function decimal. For activities you can perform or you perform weekly, I will use the function select many, which means that the person filling in the survey can select one or many, or as many as they want, all right? And you can add more questions if you want. This is only to get us started. All right, so here I'm on KOBO. This is my project that I already created that I call trial one. I'm gonna start by writing all the questions I had on my survey. So how about you observe? how to deploy and use the link to fill in the survey. So now that you're done writing your survey on the web, you're gonna save it. And after saving it, you're gonna go to the list of your projects. You're gonna see this is your trial one. You click on those 3 points and you say deploy this project. It's taking some time to deploy, and now I think it's ready to be used. So you will see collect data. So this is where the save survey is, and you're ready to copy the link and to send it to anyone, to any device. And this device can fill in the survey online or offline. Okay, I'm not gonna click on copy. I'm gonna click on open for me to be able to show you. So if I click on open, this is how the survey looks like. You can have a quick look. This is the actual survey where you can fill in the data. If you want to view the survey before going into, before deploying, you can click on the survey and you can click on this one, preview. So the preview is just for you to have an idea how it looks like. But here, whenever I open the link, it's actually, I'm gonna submit and I'm gonna start collecting data. So this is my survey and this is how it looks like: full name, age, gender, health, weight, activity, submit. So let's try to fill in the names. So let's say I can fill in the text. For age, I cannot fill in a text even if I try to. Let's say the age is 18. I cannot put any decimal, I'm trying. So let's say the gender is male. If I pick female, I cannot pick both. For the weight, let's say the weight is 62.5. So yes, I can use a decimal. Activities you can perform weekly. Let's say I do jogging and yoga. So yes, I can pick both. And I can submit. All right. Okay, so how about I submit another one? The age is anything, let me say 35, female, the weight is 55.2, and the activities would be swimming and gym. So I just submitted 2 surveys. How to collect data from the surveys? Now that I have submitted 2 forms, so I can go to summary and I can see that I have 2 submissions between July 14 and July 20. The past 7 days, I have 2 submissions, and you can see the last modified. So this is a summary of anything you would like to see. Data is what you're interested in. So you can see all the data. You see here 2 submissions, all the data filled in. You can also go into downloads and download the data into an XLS report, which is an Excel sheet. Export, let me click on export and it's processing. I'm gonna wait a bit. Download, it's downloading here, it's done. I'm gonna open my Excel sheet and I'm gonna show you how it looks like. So you see all the data are there. So you can see at what time they started, at what time they ended, full name, age, gender. Did we pick both female? I can't remember. The weight, the activities, they picked activity, which activity they picked, and so on. What's that? ID, the ID of the, of the survey, and so on. So this is how you collect data, and you will end up having them in an Excel form. You can add, you can do averages, anything you want. So yeah, thank you so much for watching.